Hey guys, welcome back to the most epic channel on all of YouTube. And you know how we do things around here? We talk about stupid shit. And yeah, I know this isn't really related to my usual topic, 2000s nostalgia. However, I do like video games. I like them a lot. And if there's any game to talk about this year, it would be Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, and don't worry, next week we'll get right back on topic. But yeah, the game comes out tomorrow. Which is crazy to me. Well, it's been like, what, 8 years since its announcement? Since like 8 years since we just got that trailer, which was literally just the title. God damn, I was 10 when it was announced. And I'm excited for this game. But I have a confession, and you probably read the title. I feel like I'm not excited enough, And I know that's a confession that might make me lose my gamer card, but just hear me out, okay? There's a spectrum of emotions that I feel whenever anything comes out, right? On the far left of the spectrum is something like Assassin's Creed. It's not that it's bad, I just don't care. It's boring to me. On the far right is Avengers Endgame. I was ecstatic to see that movie. Me and my friends made it an event, and I saw it so many times. And if I were to put Cyberpunk on that spectrum, I put it here. Yeah. And again, I am excited for this thing. How could I not be? It is the game of the year. Though I feel that most of my excitement is for other people. Okay, here's the scenario, right? A kid that was 13 when this game was announced and has been following it ever since. They're 21 now. They're gonna get drunk when this game comes out. That's an insane amount of time, and I'm happy for them. I am so happy for you. If you're out there and you waited 8 years, you were conscious enough when this was announced to say, I want to get this next year, and it didn't come out next year or the next or the next. It came out 8 years later. I'm excited for you, but other than that, it's just kind of another big release for me. And I will be picking up the game tomorrow. Well, I forgot to pre-order actually, so I might have to download the game, but we'll get to it when we get to it. And I'll probably enjoy it. I love clever FPSs, they have a little meat to the bone, it's not just boring. And for the most part, I love Western RPGs, and I say Western because they're a European company. So maybe it's a little rude to say Western, but in the general consensus of this type of RPG is that you'd call this the Western RPG. Sue me. I really don't know why I'm not that excited though. Maybe it's been postponed too many times. Maybe I never really cared about it, I just kind of had the big Keanu Reeves, Big Chungus meme back in 2019. Or hell, maybe I'm just a fucking idiot, I don't know. But this video would be really boring if I just kept saying I'm not pumped for it. Because you can only say I'm not excited so many times. So let's diverge. Let's talk about what I am excited for. Let's talk about the great things that this game potentially has. Starting with... Okay, so I'm going to start with this one, because I feel like it's a nice way to ease into the other categories. Because, let's face it, the gunplay looks just kind of meh. Please let me explain. For starters, this is the company's, first game with guns in general, and first-person shooter. So they've never really worked on it, and I believe they're capable of doing it well even. I just don't think it's going to be super amazingly satisfying, and when I say that is because in the gameplay scenes that we have seen, it seems to be kind of bullet spongy. And look, it might be a thing where the guy's low level in the gameplay, right? But if it's the beginning of the game, I feel like it shouldn't matter if you're low level, right? You should be able to feel powerful, but not too powerful. But I guess that's just kind of guns in a lot of RPGs. Same with how if you swung a sword at somebody, it would take more than one hit. I guess we just gotta get used to that this is an RPG more than a shooter. So that's why I'm not really super excited for the gunplay. But there is a silver lining. The non-gun gunplay. I know you're thinking, what the fuck does that mean? The mods. The body mod. It's fucking super cool. You can fucking what? Knives, blades, just out of your fucking veins. well, wires for veins, circuitry for like behind your eye, like all this super cool shit. I bet there's gonna be shit that you can like hack into systems and let them fight for you, and you don't even have to, move a finger. Or hack into systems and have like a back-to-back gunfight where the systems are fighting on one side and you're fighting the other side. Or maybe that's what's going to be cool about this game. It's just the actual gunplay, though. The gun part of the gunplay. That's what seems a little lackluster. But hey, I could be wrong. I've always seen this video, and of course, gunplay is usually about feel, not about how it looks. Just like any source of gameplay. So yeah, it could be better. Woo! Now if they somehow fuck this up, honestly, I might hate the game, because that's kind of the coolest part about this game and about games like this. Like, I'm always pumped to get into a good character creator, and this one seems really good. It's gonna be, 300 different hairstyles, 1,000 different tattoo designs. You can stretch and pull and, just change any part of your body. It's just really, really cool. And I love character creators that let you, like, make anything. Like, things that just say, you take the reins, kid. And with a game like this, it better not have limit. I better be able to make stupid shit. Oh, and plus, you can give your character a massive schlong, which I guess puts this in the fantasy genre for me, that's pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna make a comparison you'll hear more than once in this video, which is weird, but yeah, that's the way it is. I got my love for this segment, character customization, from something WWE related. If you've ever played SmackDown vs. Raw or WWE 2K, I've only played one of the 2K games. You know what I'm talking about. There is nothing more robust than these character customization suites. Especially with 2010 and 2K14. Those were amazing. As a kid, I couldn't get the newest WWE game. I had a 4-year difference in between my WWE games. So what I did was I made the new rosters. And it was really fun. I made, short-haired CM Punk. That was honestly one of my favorite characters I made, because I thought it looked pretty cool. I kind of liked it more than the 2K14 model. I made me, I made my cousins, I made so much of my family. I made everyone. I made Batman, I downloaded people, because the downloading service was great. Ever since then, ever since I got a good taste in my mouth of what a good character customization suite was, anything that couldn't match up to a fucking WWE game, get out of here. Because, like, you know what I mean, right? You've played games with bad character customization suites, or games that promise more than they delivered. You don't feel like you have your own character, but you also don't have a main character. You just kind of have a generic looking dude. Now you're following a guy in a video game that doesn't have the personality of a, character that was drawn and written and like perfectly made for a video game, like Cloud Strife. But you also don't have the customization that would make it feel like you are playing the game. Something like WWE, where it feels like, alright, I'm taking on The Undertaker, WrestleMania, that's me. That's not fucking George McGee, So yeah, if they fuck it up, this game might just be not fun. Okay. I love choose your own adventure, anything choose your own adventure. I love YouTube videos, books that I used to read as a kid. I'll get more on that later. Video games, There's nothing more fun than a choose your own adventure game. Whether it be as polished as Telltale or as indie as Henry Stickmin, they're just amazing. And I feel like this genre, it's so captivating because you choose what happens, In a lot of games, it feels like, you're watching a movie, you're on a set destination, Nathan Drake will find the treasure. It's part of the game. But in a choose your own adventure game, you decide how it ends. You decide what happens, who you're friends with, who you hate, It's amazing. It's so much freedom. And it's even better in RPGs because in a lot of choose your own adventure games, you don't actually play a game. You watch a cutscene and then you twiddle your thumbsticks, But in RPGs, you choose your adventure and you deal with the consequences. You play it. And it's so great, so fun, so refreshing. The game series that did this phenomenally was Fallout. Well, okay, except for Fallout 4. That game did that. No, Cyberpunk, please don't be like Fallout 4. You know, that game was fun, but it just wasn't a good RPG. It completely goes against this whole choose your own adventure thing. And guess what? My love for choose your own adventure games came from WWE. Thanks, Vince. Let me explain. As a kid, I had this book, it was like a WWE choose your own adventure book. If I could find a picture, I'll put it right there. If I can't find a picture, I'll put something else here. Is that okay? It's a thing where you started off as a new WWE wrestler and you had to climb the ladder and, you beat people, win championships. You could be the good guy, but you would not get the gold. You would get small stuff, tag team championships, intercontinental championships, the United States championship. But I was a kid. And when you're a kid, you don't want the small shit, you don't want the fucking second place. You want the big title. You had to be bad to get that though. So I was. And I felt really bad, even as a kid, even as a book, even fighting these bad guys, in the story. But it'd be a thing where you screw over your friends and you get the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship, And it was just fun. It was a trade-off. It was a trade-off that I want to see in this game. I want to see in every game that has choose your own adventure elements. I want to see a thing where it's like, I can be good, but I won't get the gold, but I can be bad, and while I feel bad, and I might have the consequences to deal with, I'll be on top. And in this game, it seems like you could do exactly that. Work with the quote-unquote good guys, but you don't get much. Or you can work with the bad guys and fucking go crazy. Y'all remember when Steampunk was cool, but then it got, run into the ground? Or I don't know, is that just me? Am I the only one that thinks it's uncool? Because, it just seems so overdone. It's everywhere. You walk into your party city, and there's just random gears glued onto something, and boom, steampunk. So thank God for the cyberpunk aesthetic. I know it's been around for 20, 30 years, but it's still cool, and I honestly don't know if it can be put out of style. It's because it's this thing where it's like, this could happen to us. There's no fucking way steampunk could happen to us, but there is a way cyberpunk could happen. It's possible. Steampunk feels like it's just kind of a backdrop for a story. It doesn't really feel like it actually, has to do with what's happening in the story. I look at BioShock Infinite. Nothing really happens in that story that's because of the steampunk. Steampunk doesn't interfere with the story. It's more of just a thing where there's some really cool gadgetry and there's some really cool backdrops, the blimps, that's all really cool. But with Cyberpunk, it is directly into the story. It's more than an aesthetic, it's more than a backdrop, it's technology's taking over the world. Are you okay with that or are you not? Simple as that, and it's such a simple premise that people can go really deep into it. Look at Blade Runner, look at Cyberpunk 2077, look at all these different video games, movies, books, that just go into a future where technology has overrun us, that we care more about technology and the internet than our, own health and our own mind and our own people next to us. It's truly the best aesthetic, hands down. Okay, look, please don't click off this video. I know the whole big chungus, Keanu Reeves meme a year ago. It's synonymous with all the other memes that we just wish we could forget. But looking away from Reddit, let's just be real here. Keanu Reeves? Kind of a badass. I mean, have you seen John Wick? We all know all of his badassery will be in this game. And it would be cool to see all the different options. If you befriend him, is he going to become nice? Probably not. He's probably going to be fuck you. What if you cross him? Shit, what if you go against him? He's in your head, right? That'd be cool. I want to see, can he hurt you? Can he shut you down? Imagine going against motherfucking John Wick. You don't want to do that, but you can do that. That's the coolest shit. But you get my point. He's just a cool dude. He's a cool dude. So yeah, I guess I'll be playing it pretty soon. Well, actually, no, I won't. It doesn't come out for another week for me, but for you, it's tomorrow. So good on you. And yeah, I guess I'll leave you alone. Let y'all go do whatever the hell y'all want. Remember, subscribe if you want. And if you're new here, check out my 1000 Ways to Die video. I'm real proud of that one. I'll pat myself on the back. I feel pretty good about that one. Bye-bye.